They say women are complicated, mysterious, hard to read. But a man who sees with clarity knows. When a woman wants something deeper, she doesn't speak it, she shows it. She won't announce her feelings, she won't spell out her desire. Instead, it comes out in a glance, a lingering touch, a moment that feels more loaded than it should. Maybe you've been there. She fixes her hair when you walk by, laughs a little too loud at your jokes, finds reasons to be near you, but never quite says why. You start wondering, is it just friendliness, or is there something else underneath? Here's the truth most men miss. A woman who wants closeness doesn't need to say a word. Her signals are quiet, but they are deliberate. In this video, we're revealing 16 powerful signs that she doesn't just enjoy your presence, she's drawn to it. Some signs are subtle, others are unmistakable. But if you recognize even one of the 6 most intense signs I'll share, you'll know it's time to act with calm confidence. And the final sign? It's her way of telling you, without speaking, that she's ready for more. So here's your moment. If you've ever looked back and wondered, was that something real or just in my head? Hit that like button, comment below with the signal you missed or wish you had caught, and make sure to subscribe, because what you'll learn here, most men never do. Let's begin. First sign, she adjusts herself when you enter the room. It starts with something small. You walk in, and she instinctively tucks a loose strand of hair behind her ear. Her posture shifts. She checks her reflection, not obviously, but just enough. A quick glance into her phone screen, a subtle smoothing of her blouse. It's not for show. It's not for the world. It's for you. When a woman feels drawn to a man, she becomes more aware of how she looks in his presence, not because she wants validation, but because your presence stirs something quiet, something feminine inside her. She doesn't announce it. She doesn't flirt loudly. Instead, her body speaks in gentle, unconscious gestures. A brush of her sleeve, a shift in the way she crosses her legs, an extra second fixing her necklace. These small adjustments are signals. They say, I care how you see me. And more often than not, they mean she sees you, not just as a man in the room, but as someone whose opinion matters deeply. Second sign, she compliments you frequently. It's not random. It's not filler conversation. When a woman feels drawn to a man, her words start revealing more than she intends. She compliments your voice, the way you explain things, the calm presence you carry when others lose theirs. But it's not just what she says, it's how she says it. Her tone softens, her eyes linger a moment longer. And the compliments? They're oddly specific, about the color that suits you, the way you think, a habit you never realized was noticeable. She's not just being polite, she's showing you that she sees you in detail. And that level of attention almost always comes from a place of quiet desire. Third sign, she loves having deep conversations with you. At first, the conversation feels casual, light, harmless, but then she lingers. Ask one more question, and another. She leans in when you speak, like every word matters. She shares a memory that sounds like something she hasn't told many people. And she listens fully, attentively, without looking at her phone. She's not filling silence. She's building connection. Her questions go deeper than small talk. What do you believe in? What scares you? She doesn't ask to judge. She asks to understand. This isn't performance. It's trust unfolding slowly. When a woman wants something real, her curiosity becomes personal, and her presence during those moments feels heavier, warmer, more alive. Conversations like these aren't random. They're invitations to something beyond just words. Fourth sign, she maintains strong eye contact. It's not just a glance. It lingers, deep, unbroken. You're mid-sentence, and she's not just listening, she's watching, studying you. Not with judgment, but with a quiet intensity. Most people look away after a second or two. She doesn't. Her eyes hold yours like they're asking questions she's not yet ready to say aloud. It's not flirtation, it's presence. When a woman locks eyes and stays there, she's opening a door without moving. You'll feel it, like a current humming just beneath the silence. She might smile faintly or say nothing at all, but that stillness between you, it's louder than words. That kind of eye contact isn't casual, it's deliberate, intentional, and for the man who notices, it's a sign not of what she says, but of what she's already feeling. Fifth sign, she appears nervous or fidgety around you. You're speaking, and she laughs at something you said, but her laugh comes a little too quickly. She adjusts her bracelet, shifts her weight from one foot to the other. There's nothing loud about it, just a quiet restlessness, as if being near you stirs something she can't quite hide. She touches her face, fidgets with her phone, nods along while her eyes flicker between yours and the floor. It's not awkwardness, it's energy, a kind of tension that hasn't found a name yet. Some women talk more when they're nervous, others say less. But when her behavior changes only around you, when she's composed elsewhere yet suddenly unsure in your presence, it's a sign she's feeling something strong, something she hasn't put into words. And maybe doesn't want to, not yet. Sixth sign, she seeks out time alone with you. She never says it directly, but somehow the room empties, the group thins out, and there you are, alone with her again. She doesn't force it, she orchestrates it, a quiet suggestion to stay a little longer. An idea that just happens to leave the two of you behind. It feels spontaneous, but it isn't. A woman who seeks your presence will shape time around it. She won't declare her interest, she'll create the silence where it can grow. And if these moments keep happening, not once, but often, it means she's not waiting for permission. She's already made her choice, and now she's watching what you'll do with the space she gave you. Event and sign. She makes playful, flirty comments. It's not what she says, it's how she says it. A playful comment about your shirt. A joke about how serious you look when you think. But behind her smile, there's a flicker of something else. Not mockery, curiosity. Not casualness, but a test. She watches how you respond, not to the words, but to the tension beneath them. Because flirting for her isn't about being loud, it's about reading energy. And when her teasing becomes a pattern, when she remembers small things just to turn them into jokes, she's not just trying to make you laugh. She's checking if you're paying attention. Eighth sign, there's undeniable chemistry in the air. She's not touching you. She's not saying much, but the silence between you feels charged. Even without words, the moment lingers. Heavy, warm, like the space itself knows something has changed. She leans closer, not out of need, but because something pulls her there. You laugh, and she doesn't look away. You pause, and she doesn't rush to fill the gap. It's not about what's said, it's about the rhythm, the ease, the flow, the tension. When chemistry is real, it doesn't need definition. It announces itself in the quiet and dares you to notice. Ninth sign. She smiles a lot when she's around you. It's not the same smile she gives everyone. Yours is softer, slower, like it arrived before she even realized it. She sees you, and the corner of her lips curve without effort. It lingers, not forced, not polite, but genuine. And when you speak, she watches your face more than your words. like your presence alone makes her forget the noise around her. A woman can fake words, she can hide intentions, but the kind of smile that lights her from the inside, especially when it appears only around you, that's never by accident. That's emotion escaping. 10th sign, people around you notice how she behaves with you. You didn't notice it first, but your friends did. The way her voice softens when she talks to you, how she stands a little closer just to hear better. Someone leans in and says, "She acts different around you, you know." That, and suddenly moments replay in your mind. The laughter, the glances, the pauses that didn't feel like pauses at the time. Attraction doesn't always reveal itself directly. Sometimes it's reflected back to you through the people who weren't even looking for it, but saw it anyway. Last sign, she touches her lips while talking to you. She's speaking, then pauses just for a second. Her fingers brush her lips, slow, thoughtless, almost like her body is reacting before her mind does. She's not trying to be seductive. That's what makes it more revealing, especially when she's holding your gaze. That combination, eye contact, and the soft graze of her lips, carries a quiet weight. Attraction doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it shows up in moments so small you question if they even happened, but you felt it. And the part of her that touched her lips wasn't hiding anything. 12th sign. She's exceptionally kind and considerate toward you. She remembers your favorite drink, not because you told her, but because she noticed. She messages you after a tough day before you even say a word. She doesn't make a show of it, but her gestures are quiet signals, deliberate, specific, and timed just right. This isn't politeness, it's presence, a softness that wraps itself around your life without demanding anything in return. And when someone consistently makes your life lighter, not by force, but by choice, that's not just kindness, that's care. And care, when subtle, is often love in disguise. 13th sign, her tone of voice changes around you. Around others, her voice is steady, confident, predictable, but with you, it softens or quickens, like her breath is catching up to her heart. She stumbles over a word, then laughs, covers it with a smile. She's not trying to impress you, she's reacting to how you make her feel. Attraction doesn't always live in the eyes or touch. Sometimes it hides in sound. And when her tone trembles ever so slightly, when her words slow or skip, that's her guard slipping just enough for you to hear the truth beneath what she's trying to say. 14th sign. She gives you meaningful looks. She looks at you, not casually, but like she's seeing something only she understands. The room could be full, yet in that moment, it's just her gaze and your silence. She doesn't smile. She doesn't speak. But there's weight in her stare. Not pressure, presence. Some truths don't arrive through words. They arrive through eyes that linger just a second too long. 15th sign. She touches you casually, but often. She brushes past you, a light graze against your arm, not once, not loudly, but often. Her hand stays an extra second when handing you something. She stands close, just close enough to feel your presence. These aren't accidents. They're signals wrapped in stillness. A woman drawn to you will test distance, not with words, but with touch. And when her body speaks in quiet, repeated gestures, she's not asking for space. She's asking if you'll stay. 16th sign. She shows genuine curiosity about your life and future plans, not just where you work, not what car you drive. She asks why you chose the path you did, what you dream of as a kid, what scares you now. It's in the way she listens fully, quietly, not to answer, but to understand. A woman who sees you as more than a passing moment will search for what's beneath the calm exterior. She'll remember what you said weeks ago. She'll circle back to it gently. Because she's not just curious, she's considering where she fits. When a woman asks about your future, she's not always asking to hear your plan. Sometimes she's wondering if there's room in it for her. So there you have it, 16 signs that may whisper louder than words. Not every sign will appear the same. Some are subtle, others near invisible. But when a woman truly feels something, her body, her tone, her eyes, they all start to speak in their own language. You don't need to chase, just observe, notice. Because a stoic man doesn't act from impulse. He moves when the moment calls for it, calmly. If you've seen these signs, even a few, chances are she's already showing you a door. Not wide open, but unlocked. Step through only if your intentions are grounded. She'll feel the difference. And if none of these signs have shown up yet, don't worry. Your time will come when the energy is right and the connection is real. Until then, stay present, stay grounded, and remain worthy of what you seek. Like this message? Leave a comment below, subscribe for more quiet wisdom, and we'll see you in the next chapter.